In the instance that I'm looking a mess, I probably am. Don't worry about that. I'm finna show y'all what I'm finna do with this wreckage on my head. So I have been hearing about protein treatments for a while, and I never done one before, but this year I've done a few silk presses that caused this heat damage that you can see here, these really loose strands that I have, and I was told that a protein treatment could help to repair heat damage, so this would be my first time doing one. I started with freshly washed hair. I used Design Essentials Peppermint and Aloe, I believe it's called, to get that really fresh scalp. You know, it gets a little tingle, and I just wanted to make sure my hair was super clean. This is me just towel drying it to make sure that it's prepped and ready for the product. Now I'm just separating it into 4 different sections to begin to apply the product. And I am using APHogee 2-step protein treatment. It is this little bottle. You can also get it in a bigger bottle, but I didn't know how it was gonna work. I'm not a fan of the smell, as you can see. And I put it in a really small bottle it's actually a spray bottle, because I was informed that this is a very messy process, but I will tell you now, no amount of informing could have prepared me for the mess that I was going to endure while doing this treatment. I think the spray bottle did help, but it didn't really change the facts. And here I am reading the bottle for the umpteenth time, because honestly, y'all, when I was a little girl, my cousin did my granny a perm, and I remember sitting out on the porch just swinging on her porch swing, and she came busting out of the screen door screaming, and my cousin came behind her crying. And come to find out, I think my cousin put it in wrong, or she left it in too long, and my granny's head was on fire. So that taught me that anytime I'm dealing with any sort of chemicals or processing, anything from my skin or my hair, to just be sure to read the instructions over and over and over again, because I do not want to end up like that. And this is me just combing the product through my hair. Excuse my faces though, y'all, because this product was doing something weird to my hair. It was giving it this texture that was just bothering me. It made me want to grip my teeth, almost like styrofoam. I don't know, I'm a texture person, I'm a sound person, and certain frequencies and stuff tend to bother me more than others. So this process was not only super sticky and messy, I also did not like the feeling of rubbing this product through my hair. I thought it would be something more like a conditioner or something soft and smooth, but this is everything but. It creates a lot of friction on the hair, and I wasn't particularly happy about that. But this is me just working it through my hair and applying it to very small sections to make sure that it's thoroughly applied throughout. I'm also finger detangling to make sure that I'm getting any knots out the best that I can, and I twisted them back up to get them out my way. But once I am done with this process, I will be taking the twist out. So here I am taking all the twists down to begin to set the cast over my hair. I am going to make sure that I fully saturate all of my edges and everything with the product, to make sure that, you know, I get it in all the little spots. Alright, so then I got my blow dryer and begin to blow dry to make sure that this hardens in a good way. I was sure to add my attachment. I don't know what this attachment is called, but it's like the attachment that allows for heat to go directly into one spot. I put that on there and just begin to blow dry my entire head. Y'all can see it's becoming stiff here, and the texture was so interesting. It was just this hard cast over it, and it almost felt like I had glue on my head. I also made sure to lift my hair to get in between, just to make sure that it dried all over and not just on the outside. Now this is me after I rinsed that cast off, y'all. I think I rinsed it in warm water. And now I'm just applying the balancing moisturizer to my hair, which is the second part of the protein treatment. It comes in a pink bottle. And I'm making sure that I fully saturate my hair with this stuff. And at the end, I'm going to add a cap to my hair to sit under it for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is what I was left with. It did feel very strong. It wasn't like soft. I kind of was expecting it to be soft, but it wasn't. It just felt like I had freshly washed hair, and it still felt like it needed some moisture, but it did feel strong. So here I am just separating it all. I'm using the banding method so that I can prepare it for blow drying. One thing I did notice is that blow drying was very easy. It was not difficult. The hair was very detangled, and it wasn't a lot of hair lost either. Even like when I was done, I usually lose a lot of hair when I'm blow drying. There are just kinks all over the place, and this time I lost a very small amount of hair. after this, y'all, I definitely got a new blow dryer because this comb was driving me crazy. It kept breaking off every 5 seconds. And yeah, I definitely had to make a switch. I got that new red blow dryer with the strong attachments for the 4C girls. So yeah, y'all see my little jewels? I put a little compass on here to remind myself to follow the path, that I got the direction. You know, I ain't gotta worry about nobody telling me which way to go, because I know which way to go. Nevertheless, I did this protein treatment, and I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I guess I was having in my mind that this protein treatment was gonna make my hair super soft. I don't know why, because it's not like a deep conditioner. But after I did the whole thing and rinsed it out and did the balancing moisturizer, I was like, dang, my hair don't really feel, it's not really giving, you know, what, it's not living up to a big expectation pretty much. But I didn't notice the benefits until I began to blow dry my hair. Now, usually when I blow dry my hair, it is very difficult. My hair breaks the combs off of my blow dryers. It does not go through easily. It's just, it loses a lot of, like, it's a lot of popping, a lot of hair that's breaking off. And this did not happen this time. I blow dried my hair pretty effortlessly. It was a pretty simple process. It felt like it was like a straight through type of thing. So obviously it did something, and I think that adding that protein and helping those strands, what are those things called that's on the hair follicles, I think the protein adds like filler in there some kind of way. That's the protein. I could be making this shit up, but y'all know the follicles on the hair, it's little tiny little windows almost. I think the proteins kind of put something in the window so they're not just wide open, so that when I am combing and brushing my hair, it's not so easily broken, because it has more solid bonds to make the hair strands stronger. So that was the benefit, y'all. And I was able to thoroughly blow dry my hair. I was able to part my hair and cornrow it, which is what I got right here. I got a little cornrow going on. Listen, I decided that I wanted to do cornrows and just wear scarves when I get tired of when the new growth is coming in and I'm not ready to redo them, because I just feel like I want to do more protective styles on my hair. I've been wearing my twist outs and stuff like that. I wear my fro out a lot, so I have noticed that my hair is not retaining as much length as I wanted to. So in order to make sure that I'm doing the best I can with my crown, I want to do more of protecting it rather than trying to have a certain aesthetic, because it's not about the look, it's about the health of the hair. So I was like, let me do me some cornrows, baby. And I didn't want to look too, you know, I didn't want to look like a boy or man. I also didn't want to look homeless. No shade, no tea, no shade. I'm just thinking about myself. I remember when I was wearing wigs and I used to braid it back and how I used to feel. It wasn't really a feminine look for me. So I was sure to add some jewels. I just added a few. These are handcrafted jewels by me, by the way. You can purchase them at the Black Essence shop. The link will be down below in the description. But I added a little compass and some jewels just to give it a little a feminine touch. And when I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, I could do this. I could do this. I don't need to put a scarf on it. I could rock it just like this. Like, I'm good. And I ain't gonna lie, like, the fact that I did this and I put my jewels in and I have my earrings going. Let me put my earrings on real quick so y'all can see what I was working with. Y'all see? I had a little vibe going on, you know. And I made these earrings too. Can y'all see them? So yeah, I had my little earrings going and I just felt like very comfortable, y'all. Just very comfortable and peaceful in my authenticity and in my differentness. I feel like I've been through this stage this year of just trying to find a new version of myself, trying to figure it out, see who I am now, since all of the transformations that have happened in my life. And one of the biggest ways that I tend to do that is through my hair and through my look. So I found myself, you know, with a couple of silk presses and just getting back into weave and extensions and things like that. Even considering some wigs. I found myself considering a wig or two just to be able to see myself in a different light. And I feel like I've gotten, although I'm always been natural, and even in the midst of these transformations, I've kept my natural hair out, my twist outs, and even two-strand twists and things like that. There has been a lack of creativity with my hair, and spontaneity, which I've always loved. I've always loved adorning my crown, whether that be with just extensions or braids or implementing jewelry, which is why I began the Black Essence shop, because I love to see us add adornments to our crowns. Like, you know, when you get your hair done, you turn into a completely different fucking person. So to get your hair done and then have jewels on your hair, whether it be crystals or whether it be beautiful decorative beads or gemstones or different charms, like, I feel like that just adds so much pop to the hair and makes you and make you stand out that much more. So I kind of got away from that part of my life and that part of my expression of myself, and it caused me to I lost a piece of myself by doing so. I can realize that. So when I did my hair today, it was like, I don't know, I felt like I got a piece of myself back, just a small thing, and I felt very secure in my being, and I felt very secure, yeah, just in my being and who I am. So I go out to the hair store because I'm inspired now, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna do my son's hair. I'm gonna do all my children's hair because we just got back from the beach. They need their hair washed and redone. But I was like, instead of giving my son just these regular two-strand twists, which I usually do, let me get creative. Like, I am really good at doing hair, y'all. That's a gift that's been passed down to me from generation and generation. The reason why I make hair jewelry and why I'm so interested in hair is because my mother did hair while I was in her womb. She was a teen mom, and in order to buy me the things that I needed coming into this world, my mom did hair. She stood on her feet for hours at a time doing braids, the brandy braids, the box braids, what we call them today. But back in the day, she was braiding people's hair and doing all type of things to hair while I was in her womb. My grandmother, her mother did hair, braids and things. They both are still women to this day that do their own braids and braid faster than anybody I've ever seen. I'm talking about hands of lightning. You hear me? My grandmother on my father's side did hair. When I was younger, I just was used to seeing people in a kitchen getting their hair done. I was used to being in the beauty shop. My grandmother used to go to my cousin's beauty salon, I think every other Friday when I was like between the ages of 5 and 7, even probably before that, 3 to 7. And I used to be in the beauty shop with them, and I just got really enamored with the culture of hair and seeing women. It was a place where women could come and release all of their stresses, all of the things that they think about, their advice, their gossip, share their traumas, share their struggles, share connections, share ideas, you know, share recipes, share different beauty secrets and tips and tricks and just all type of stuff. I became enamored with that type of stuff at a very young age. So it's in my blood, it's in my makeup, because it's been passed down through generations and it was instilled in me at a very young age. So today I was in the beauty supply store, and you know, I'm feeling myself. I'm just in a vibe. I'm comfortable. I'm walking around, baby. I got my mom shorts on, my little 90s R&B tape cassette t-shirt. I'm feeling myself, you know, my cowrie shell necklace. I'm just vibing, right? So this lady comes up to me. I notice that she notices me when I walk in, and then I go to a different part of the store. She comes up to me and she's like, I had an appointment to go and get some scalp braids later this week, and I saw you because I had an appointment and I was thinking about canceling my appointment, but I saw you and it made me realize that I don't want to cancel, and I just want to let you know that you're beautiful. And we just got to talking a little bit. She came in, she was very animated with her expression of how beautiful I was. I'm kind of underplaying it a little bit, but she gave a lot of great energy, y'all, and it really made me feel like, damn, yes, like this is me. I have to express myself in a way that makes me feel good, because then I show up in the world differently, and then I attract people and people can see that, versus me trying to assimilate in any type of ways to the culture of what other people are doing. I am very innovative with my look, and I had to be okay with that, because sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I don't feel the best, and this comes from it's an inside thing that allows me to do this. I don't always feel the best. Sometimes I feel like I undervalue myself. I undervalue my skills and my talents, but today was just one of those days that was like, damn. I'll get you out in a second. Today was just one of those days that reminded me of who I am and why it's important for me to share my gifts with the world, because they're valuable and they're priceless. I'm priceless. So just a message to, I guess, anybody who is a creative person, especially when it comes to the way you want to express yourself. If you're somebody who likes to wear bright colored clothes or big baggy this, tight this, you know, you like to do colors in your hair or different type of things, like just do that shit. Express yourself the way that you want to express yourself and be comfortable in it, because you're going to attract people who vibe with that, versus you trying to assimilate into a way of being that is just not you. So I decided to do my son's hair. I'm going to get really creative and artsy fartsy with his hair to the best of my ability. But yeah, my love for doing hair is making its way back to me. So I probably will be posting more hair videos, more hair content here soon. Just finding my niche and representing myself as someone who adorns crowns for a living, in whichever way I see fit. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I have to go and wash my daughter up and get back to life. But I will be making some more content of me doing my son's hair, and I will be sure to post that so y'all can see that too. Peace.